Mm. What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? For those of you who do celebrate Happy Easter, it is Easter today, regardless of when I do or do not upload this video. I'm over here painting up a couple of Necronomicons. I got, you know what? Here, let me show you this one. Over on my Million Macabre Instagram, I have a giveaway for this. I'm about a couple more followers away from giving this sucker away. Now, if you're interested, look up Million Macabre, one word, no underscores, on Instagram. Oh, I got a little bit of dust on it. And look for the original post. I'll be giving that away here pretty soon. It's pretty cool. I've casted up a whole bunch of these Necronomicons, and this one I'm doing like a pumpkin theme. I think I'm going to do a bunch of different themed ones. I actually only put this up there to raise money to buy supplies to actually make my action figures. I've got a whole bunch of these, so I might be doing different themes, like Big Hush does with his Jason masks. So I'm getting this one ready to put up there today on Etsy. I've already got one sale so far, by the way. Congratulations to me. That's awesome. And that went out Saturday. But, the whole point of this video, let me finish painting while I'm talking here. So I saw a meme the other day. All right, maybe I won't paint. And if I could find it again, I wish I had saved it. I'll put it up here. And it said something to the tune of, the reason Toys R Us is closing is because kids today would rather just watch other people play with toys on YouTube. And I chuckled because it never really occurred to me that is the case in a lot of situations. We got these 2 9-year-old girls here. They're almost 10. And they're constantly on YouTube channels of people playing with toys, watching them play with them. They got a whole room full of toys. I'd show you a picture, but I'm embarrassed about how fucking disgusting that room looks. But they have a whole room dedicated to this stuff, and it's just piled up, and the shit's everywhere. But regardless, I saw that, and at first I chuckled, and then I said, that's a sad reality. What else I noticed, too, about these YouTube channels that they watch, they're pretty much all the same. It's usually a late 20s, early 30s couple, or just a dad or a mom or whoever. They got a kid or two between the ages of 5 and 10, and they have millions of subscribers. Millions of subscribers. But an amazing thing happened the other day, and I took a video, too, of, we'll get to that in a second. I went to a local, it's like a used game shop. It turns out it's a kid I went to high school with, too. And he had a couple of He-Man figures. So I plucked a game out of my collection that I really don't care about. I'm going to be doing another video here pretty soon, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I got rid of a Nintendo game to trade for these 3 He-Man figures, but I ended up getting 4 out of the deal because he's such a nice guy. The girls were home Friday when we did this because it was Good Friday. She didn't have school. So we cruised on up there and we did that. And on the way home, I noticed they were playing with them. Like legitimately playing. I wish I had video of that. And it made me smile. It almost made me tear up a little bit. The kids still like to play with toys. I know I'm going to get 100 comments. Well, my kids still play with toys. I mean, everyone in our little circles, of course our kids play with toys because we bring them into the house. As a matter of fact, for an Easter goof, there goes Buzz Off's helmet. I put all my He-Man guys in a thing here. And, Happy Easter, you filthy animals, that kind of deal. But so I know a lot of the guys who probably follow this channel, your kids play with toys because you bring them in, you introduce it. And I know kids still technically play with toys. But it's been my experience watching these 2 little girls. One could care less or couldn't care less to have toys. She gets excited when she gets new ones, but then she never really plays with them. She's really into books and electronics. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. But we're driving home, and we had these 4 He-Man figures. And they're like, can we look at them? I'm like, yeah, of course you can. And they started legitimately playing with them. They came up with scenarios. And they came up with situations, and they pitted them together. And I don't know what the outcomes were because I was too busy driving. It was rainy, and where we were going was a high traffic area, congested with cars, so I had to pay attention to that. But I was able, at a few red lights, to kind of sneak the phone up over my shoulder, and I've obviously put those pictures up there. And you know what? It made me smile. it made me say there's probably still hope for the youth of today, despite the fact that we have all these electronic luxuries, all this technology that enhances our lives, which was supposed to enhance our lives. But in a lot of ways, it's taken it over. It was really heartwarming to see children playing with toys. And that's another thing I really enjoy. Like, here, let me pull out He-Man here. I got He-Man and all of his buddies are behind him. Even though some of them are enemies, they're still his buddies. Come on. They wouldn't exist without each other. And every time I pick up something like this, especially toys, same with video games, more so with toys, I got to remind myself that this, back in its day, this is an original. Yep. 82, 83, was somebody's plaything, and it gave a child enjoyment. I don't want to say the word pleasure because now I'm going to start sounding like a fucking pervert, but, and that's what these were intended for. And of course, now they just sit on our shelves. I let the kids play with my stuff once in a while. If they want to, I will encourage that. There are some things, obviously, I don't let them. But my video games, anytime one of them want to sit and play with me, as long as I'm not really involved in a game, yeah, I'll let them do that. So, as a general whole, I'm going to say in a lot of cases that meme is pretty true, that most kids these days actually watch other people play with these toys than they do actually playing with them themselves. I don't think they use them as like a review situation. Oh, I want to get that. And, on the occasion, I'm sure some of them do. And again, I know in our circles, kids play with toys because we bring the toys in the house and they get excited about them. The younger of the two, they're both 9, but obviously one came after the other, actually said to me on the way home, and I swear to God, a small tear came out of my eye. Hey, Chris, I'm really liking these He-Man figures. While you're collecting, if you come across any doubles, can I please have them so I could start my collection? And I had to take a step back. I really did. And just enjoy that moment. It's not so much that little girl wants to play with He. It's just, in general, a whole lot of things just happened right there. 1, she got interested in a really cool toy line. 2, it gave us something that we could do together. And that comes back to in the beginning when I said I took a video. I wish I could put it up here because my video editor thing won't take video from, it's weird. My phone's old, so it's not mixing. So I have to do everything in the editor. That's why you have these black boxes on the side here, right? I had Skeletor and she had a He-Man and we were actually playing. So I, again, snuck up the phone and took a little bit of video. I'm going to try to put it up there, but I doubt it'll go. And it's just moments like that kind of just give me a little more faith in humanity. That's something simple like a piece of plastic, like Mr. He-Man here. Kids still actually enjoy. Whereas it is kind of rare. Kids they want their iPads and they want their friggin' laptops, and that does make me sad. And I know it's the times. There's nothing you can do about it. Things change and move. But when I saw that meme, I chuckled a little bit and I got sad. And then Friday on the way home, I saw that it's not necessarily true. These kids took these weirdo figures and started playing with them in the back seat. As a matter of fact, I can't find it, and you know what? That's a good thing, believe it or not. One of the figures we got Friday was a battle-damaged He-Man, along with Skeletor, and there was a Roboto there missing his arm. His arm has different interchangeable things. And there was also a Cobra Khan in there. So we brought home the battle-damaged He-Man, and the original He-Man I got had chewed-up fingers. So what I did is I swapped the arms. I'm not really looking to do variants with the exception of Skeletor because he's my favorite of them all. But you know what? I said, I don't need 2 He-Mans. I gave her the battle-damaged one. And she was like, I just, here you go. And she was like, oh, I can play with it? I'm like, nah, go ahead and keep it. Until I need it for photo shoots for something. But she was almost in tears. And that was amazing. We gotta encourage this kind of play. I know I'm not saying anything new. But encouraging this kind of play is really great for the developmental stuff. On top of it, gives you guys something in common to bond with, especially when they get older. Be a little more comfortable talking to you about things that you kind of want to talk about with these kids that you might be a little more nervous about. But But it just made me smile, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I know it's neither here nor there, and this is probably nothing that you don't know already. But that meme really bothered me after I got the chuckle out of it. And it was great to see that I was proven wrong. Can't believe everything on the internet, though there was a lot of truth in it. So, guys, what are your thoughts? Do you play with your children? Do you have these toys, or do you just keep them up on the shelf until your kids don't have to touch them? Which I'm not going to lie, I do for the most part. But I'll bring them down and we'll play. And, yeah, we'll have a good time. And it was really nice to see a couple of kids in the backseat of a car, which is some hunks of plastic, creating a world, creating a universe. Excuse that. Again, I keep forgetting to shut off my ringtone stuff. But, yeah, so guys, go ahead and let me know what you think down below. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up, a thumbs down. All feedback is positive. Thank you always so much for watching. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to check out my new Instagram page, The Million Macabre. It's not new, but I'm actually doing stuff with it now. And I'll leave a link to my Etsy at the end of this if you're interested in buying any of my junk to help me build the actual nice action figures. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of variants of this. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'm probably going to do an all bone. Probably going to do a Jason Voorhees. And I'm going to finish up on this pumpkin one. See, there's little oranges and a little bit of greens and browns in there. And it's coming along really nice. I'm going to put on this really nice little plaque. And hopefully somebody somewhere will say, I guts to have that. And I get another order. So guys, happy Easter if you are to be celebrating today. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. I'm trying to do that, Justin, and everyone. I keep forgetting. Creep it real. Bye-bye.